I said a few weeks ago when the Athletic story came out about how the Houston Astros were using video equipment illegally, definitely crossing the line between trying to steal signs and deciphering them yourselves and also zooming in with a center field camera in your home spot on the catcher signals and then having somebody watching that in real time on a monitor just up the hallway from the dugout steps and then banging on a trash can to signal that an off-speed pitch was coming to the batter who can hear it in real time. Said that at the time that if this is in fact the case and Major League Baseball finds out about it, the only response that can be had is to bring down the hammer. To basically say your careers will have a stain on it. Your reputations will have a stain on it forevermore if you try this. And to me, that's what Major League Baseball did yesterday. They suspended the manager, A.J. Hinch and Jeff Luhnow. They can't demand their firing, but that's what the Astros did. They suspended each of them for a year. And the Astros then went ahead and fired both of them. Before the firing, though, so many people were saying that this was not enough. You can't, what are you going to suspend them for life like Pete Rose? Because again, the thing is we don't know how much this was useful. We don't know how much this was utilized. We don't know. And that's part of the issue for the Astros moving forward because we're going to assume it was enough to tip the scales. And that's enough to taint their 2017 championship. They messed with the bull. And the bull is karma. The bull is what's fair and what's right. And they have now the horns of history. That's it. That's the one thing about this I don't understand with A.J. Hinch. He has like a background in psychology. I mean, you want to talk about doing a self-scout. This is what I don't understand it. Because Rob Manfred in his report said that A.J. Hinch did not like what was happening and destroyed monitors that was apparently being utilized and set up by your current Red Sox manager for the moment. Alex Cora was the bench coach at the time, and then the rest of it was run by the players. And with the help, as Jeff Luhnow called them, low-level employees. And the fact that he's calling them low-level employees is, again, a window into one of his managerial styles that baseball even called to task yesterday, too. But if he didn't like it and he destroyed 2 monitors and he told baseball, I didn't like it, he's in charge. How does he let it happen if he doesn't like it? And I'd love to know the reason why, and this is not in the report, why did he destroy those 2 monitors? Is it because he didn't like the system and he was going to try and stop it? If that's the case, what happens when he comes to work the next day and he sees the monitor back? And he sees the kids doing it again? And his authority is clearly undermined. How do you let that happen? Just even if you think that, yeah, he didn't like it and he did destroy the equipment. How do you let your authority be so undermined that it happens again, that you see a new television there the next day? Who's the one who authorized this? Who's the one who either took a monitor off a wall and put it back down in the tunnel to keep this going? Or who's the one who, in the front office, signed off on it? Yeah, go ahead and go down to the Best Buy and pick up a new one. Somebody had to pay for it. Did Alex Cora take it off his own wall in his apartment and say, "Here, use mine"? How does that happen? And if you don't like it, why did you destroy it? Did you destroy it because one time it was used and I'm imagining this wasn't a foolproof system. The thing gets banged and it's not an off-speed pitch, it's really a fastball, and you didn't score in a certain situation because this thing backfired? And I told you guys I don't like it. I'm going to go take a bat to the television set? Seriously, this fascinates me on a psychological level.
But not once, but twice. You did it twice.
Right. And then it kept happening.
Right.
If you didn't like it and you're in charge and your players are the ones who started it and your bench coach who you've hired is the one who's honchoing it, you are the manager, you stop it and say, we're not doing this. This is the wrong way to go about it, because if we get caught, it's my ass on the line and my reputation is ruined forever, which now it is. And he's the one who we had on this show. Remember when they had the hurricane and his handling of it and the psychological handling of it with his locker room and his players was the stuff that you would call a gold standard of managing and coaching and intelligence. And to be able to put this together and not stop it, it makes no sense to me. And the general manager didn't know about it. He had no idea. No idea. There's so many questions about it. And the one, again, that I'm stunned about is A.J. Hinch. He didn't like it. And the commissioner believed it. He wrote in his report, they believed that A.J. Hinch did not start it, did not support it, but he sure let it happen. And he let it go, and he broke. I'm supposed to believe that A.J. Hinch did not approve of these methods, like to use the Untouchables line from the Canadian Mountie. You remember that? When they got the bookkeeper to spill the beans, the way Sean Connery got the bookkeeper to spill the beans. I do not approve of your methods. Well, A.J. Hinch did not approve of these methods to the point where he destroyed 2 monitors. And then he strolls back to work the next day. Who put another television here?
Yeah, how did that get
and then it's the 3rd inning in the next game, and you hear a bang. Don't you call your bench coach and your players aside and say, I told you guys to stop it? And he destroyed the equipment either A, because he truly didn't believe it, and that's the way he was communicating it needs to be stopped, I'm going to destroy the equipment, or 2, it blew a game for him where it didn't work, where somebody didn't get the right sign and they did bang the trash can and somebody watched a fastball slip by him because they're expecting an off-speed pitch. Or they had no shot at the fastball because they offered at it and they thought it was an off-speed pitch. I'll tell you what, this thing stinks. It cost us a game. Give me a bat. I'm going to destroy the equipment. Either way, I want to know why that equipment was destroyed, and I want to know who put the television back, and I want to know why A.J. Hinch didn't say at that point, you're undermining my authority. And so on and so forth. It pisses me off. I want to sit there and I want to watch a game, and I want to think we're all on the up and up here. I don't want to sit here and think who's got the Apple Watch and who's zooming in and who's using this equipment, especially since the ultimate culprit might fall on technology, and then suddenly everyone's saying, look, get ready to replay. Without replay, all these monitors aren't all over the place to misuse. And then one day, we'll be watching the World Series, and Don Denkinger Part 2 happens, and it's going to cost your team or my team. When we're sitting at the couch and we're saying, that's an out. Nope, it's called safe. Well, let's check replay. Sorry, the Astros blew it. The Red Sox blew it because they couldn't contain themselves and play straight up baseball.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.